Hello, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about red team versus blue team scenarios and how it best fit in your organization and how you can utilize this to best get a understanding of from a defensive and an offensive standpoint. Well, what is the use of red teaming and blue teaming? So let's talk about it. So red team rules. Think about ideally just the ability to say, hey, I have the layout of the organization, or I maybe not have the layout of the organization, but I am going to try to break into this organization through the use of pen testing, through the use of exploiting vulnerabilities, through the use of scanning, reconnaissance, collecting information, and being able to use these mainstream tools or tools that you created, such as Metasploit, Burp Suite, to get a better understanding of the network. And again, to break into it. The blue team, on the other hand, is completely opposite. They're going to use all their tools and techniques to prevent something like a data breach from happening. So the use of identifying what security risks are there, identifying what vulnerabilities are there, and being able to patch and daily monitor again and again and alert our cybersecurity team, well, if something is happening or not. So there's going to be some benefits to doing exercises. Let's say you're at an organization and you wanted to know more about, well, security posture and are we actually secure or not? Well, then you would put together a red team to do this testing. It can be internal, it can be external, you name it. And then depending upon the type of test you're doing, whether it's going to be network test or some form of, let's say, Active Directory, it really just depends on, the organization and the need. But ideally what you're doing is you're putting into place a whole exercise, and you're going to try to break into this system or cluster systems. And then the blue team, on the other hand, is going to be defending, because again, you're simulating these cyber attacks. It has to be realistic. You have to have phishing campaigns. You have to have something in place that's going to basically kind of bake in the aspect that, yes, this is actually really real. Okay, so some of the times you may not tell members of the organization that this is happening. This could also be another way to simulate the actual environment around. Are we really ready? Can we prevent a data breach? Well, conduct the exercise and you can find out. Now, purple team strategy is red team and blue team coming together to, let's say, open some actual feedback loops, learn from our lessons learned reports, going more in depth on why we should be mitigating and what we should put into place as far as like certain type of encryption. Maybe we need a stronger encryption. Maybe we need to not use, unused or vulnerable ciphers anymore, right? So it's really just coming together to understand, collectively, what can we do better, right? For instance, like an example here is, a red team is going to find gaps within Active Directory configurations, and the blue team is going to apply, let's say, GPOs or something along those lines to actually mitigate that and we'll bring that to a close, right? Or remediate it, as we talked about earlier. So an example here, let's say social engineering. Let's say, we know we need to execute, let's say, a phishing campaign. Well, we're going to be targeting employees using some form of, let's say, an event or whatever. The red team comes up and says, okay, this is what we're going to be utilizing, or just random generated emails. Now you can use tools such as PhishSim. It's going to create these scenarios based upon, anything really. Or you can also use the social engineering toolkit as well too. Set toolkit. I really like using that one. That's a great way to understand, how to actually mimic a website and utilize the aspect of credential harvesting and things like that. But again, think about it from the terms of, if we're wanting to have a realistic simulation, bring other organizations in. Try to get this in actual competition as well too, because having the ability to put into place actual phishing campaigns, whether it's in a test environment or an actual real environment, it's going to give you more information on the users, let you craft a better awareness training around that. Again, it's been great. Gennaro here, CEO of Koitech Solutions. And today we talked about red team versus blue team scenarios and how we can best utilize this to best help our organization as a whole. Brought to you by ACSMI. I hope you have a great one. Take care.